Happy midday. How are you guys doing? So we did the live last night. It turned out pretty good. I had a few people on, had some interesting conversations with some ladies. I'll tell you, it's something I wanted to hit on today. Again, though, first and foremost, hope you're well. Again, on my lunch break from here at home. So, I want to touch on an interesting news story. And again, this was, and I hate to even say that I clickbait. It was clickbait, but I clicked it. And then I actually did go to this god-awful woman's Twitter page just to confirm that it was what it was. It was All In with Chris Hayes. I know, horrible CNN. I know, it's the devil media. But he had Miss Cortez on there. And you can, if you want to see glimpses of this, because I am, it was kind of laughable. The whole ordeal was. She actually tweeted it 15 hours ago. I've got notes here because I didn't want to leave anything out. I wanted to make sure I was accurately reporting on part of the conversation that I watched and read about. How unsafe she feels going to work every day in Congress. That it's not a safe space for her anymore, or the other members of Congress. Here we go with the safe spaces again. Wow. Safe spaces. That, and I quote, the new House Republican caucus members are more extreme, and they are legitimate white supremacist sympathizers. That they have no consequences in the Republican caucus for violence, racism, misogyny, and insurrection. That they actually condone this behavior. And she does not feel safe around members of Congress. And you can go to, you can pull this up. Again, it was done on the All In with Chris Hayes, and she even tweeted about this 15 hours ago. And again, you guys know I don't watch this CNN stuff, and I don't follow Cortez, but I went to her Twitter page because with all the biased media, and them reporting that this happened, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just kind of glide on over to her Twitter feed and see, what she has to say about this. And sure enough, word for word, she was on it. That is exactly what she is saying. So again, laughable. I think it's laughable that she doesn't feel safe around the Republican Congress members, that they incite violence. When, we have talked over and over and over again about how so many senators and Congress members from the Democratic Party were encouraging violence in the last 8 months through Black Lives Matter and Antifa. But that was okay, right? That was okay. So, here we go again. if this is the idea of unity, I don't see it. I tried to go back further on Cortez's Twitter feed, but it won't let me go back any further than December 15th, because I'm pretty sure that there was some tweets out there from her last year encouraging some of that, and I wanted to pull them, but again, it won't let me go back that far. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. A little food for thought for the day. Yeah, little food for thought for the day. These radical left Democrats are completely unhinged. I'm convinced they're unhinged. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, the two, they're completely unhinged. Omar, you can't convince me she's not a terrorist. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of you all have seen the photos of her at terrorist training camps and before she got here. So, not to mention marrying her brother and all that crazy nonsense. So, you're not going to convince me she's not a terrorist. I'm fed up with the entire squad. So, but a lot of talk. go back, rewind to inauguration day. We'll use that term loosely too. Lady Gaga's Hunger Game outfit. It was funny because I was actually joking with my husband the night before inauguration, and I was like, well, I said, you never know. I said, this might be the first annual Hunger Games. Who knows? They're going to start hunting us, for our guns. The funny thing is, though, and I say this all jokingly because, you look at the left supporters and the right. I mean, what did they really have on the left? I'm not too worried about. I'm not too really worried about those supporters. They can't figure out what gender they are. They can't figure out which bathroom to use. I mean, I'm not too worried about that. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are not too worried about that either. So, unless they do some crazy thing with the UN where they bring in UN troops to try to remove our firearms or whatever, then then maybe. But I just don't see any of that happening. I just, again, I still think that we're just in that waiting game for the good things coming, and I can't wait for that left extremist group. But of course, I'm seeing a lot about how a lot of these people are body doubles and holograms, and I informed a friend of mine last night. I sent her some videos about the movement, and one of them was a Q video. One of them was Petigate, and just kind of from start to beginning, and her reaction last night after watching some of it was, oh my God, I want these people to die. That's kind of where we all are. That's, anybody that hurts kids, I don't have no matter where you are on the food chain, whether you're high up in politics, whether you're the average Joe Blow pedophile, you know, I don't really care how much money you have as a pedophile. If you're a pedophile, you're a pedophile, and you're sick, and I know I have no use for you, and I don't see any use for you on the planet. So, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel the same way about that. But of course, you know, that'll probably get tagged as hate speech and threats, and I don't care because, you know, we put dogs down for biting people, but, you know, it is what it is. So, again, I'm feeling spunky today, kids. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you think about it. I don't know. I'll be glad when everything is settled. I'm anxious, not in a bad way. You know, I'm not like freaking out anxious. I'm just really amped anxious for it to for everything to kind of play out and see how it's gonna go. So, you know, again, been watching a lot of videos. You know, just I see a lot of the same videos circulating now. Like I'm not seeing a whole lot of new stuff. So, um,
You back on?
sorry. So yeah, a lot of the same stuff kind of just circulating around. Haven't seen a whole lot of new stuff coming out. That's been frustrating. Frustrating. But I'm diving into some older stuff, which is kind of good. Um, Again, you know, my rabbit hole journey is a little different than everybody else's, so it's kind of cool to kind of go back and see stuff that's old and look at it and be like, wow, you know. So that's been kind of cool. Cool in the sense of, you know, not good. Like, I mean, you're watching it and thinking, wow, how could how could I have been so blind back then? But of course, I was a lot younger back then too. So, you know, you just kind of, I guess, have different priorities. And you don't think about things the way you think about them now. But, you know, so I'm trying to get my husband to go down the rabbit hole. He's resisting. So, you know, everybody does it in their own time. I'm not going to press him. He'll red pill up eventually, I guess. When he's, I think it'll happen for him when he actually sees everything being put into motion. Um, then he'll believe it. He's a seeing is believing kind of guy, you know. So I don't know. Again we're polar opposites. So you know. And I mean, and I have friends that don't believe in it either. And you know, luckily for me, I have some really awesome friends. They don't judge me for it. They probably think I'm crazy, but they're not going to come out and tell me, you know. So, um, but yeah, I'm kind of diving back into some old stuff. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I wanted to share that information on O Cortez and see. Blah blah. Let's see. I'm reading news stuff here that's popping up on my phone. See if there's anything interesting. Biden to sign executive order expanding access, strengthening Obamacare. Yay, like that wasn't a disaster. And I can say that was a disaster from my own perspective. And I'm sure a lot of you all have thought that too. Um, it was back before I have the job that I have now. And I was still a hairdresser. and I didn't work enough hours to qualify for their health insurance. So I would have had to have gone either to Obamacare, but Obamacare was so expensive for like the lowest grade insurance that I couldn't afford it because I didn't make enough money. So I would have had to have gone to the marketplace, and it was so expensive that I couldn't afford it. So I ended up getting penalized because I refused to take out Obamacare for several years on my taxes. So I was super pissed about that. So Obamacare sucked. All these people that say it's great, it's great, it's great, piss on you. It was not great. Um, yeah, no. Let's see what else is on here. Well, what is this? This is about old Mitchie. Let's see. I am talking about Mitch and how he's gone along with the Democrats on wanting to impeach Trump. Well, little Mitchie boy, Kentucky hates you too, so I don't know how you keep getting reelected. Well, I do. I do. Actually, I do. Because unfortunately, I voted for the son of a bitch again because he was the lesser of two evils. Because I sure wasn't going to vote for who was running against him. She was awful. So I like what Jesse Ventura said years ago, how they needed a none of the above box. So that everybody would know, like, I don't want any of you in there. Like, you might be my only choice, but I would rather have nobody than have you. Like, that's how I feel about Mitch McConnell. I think a lot of Kentucky feels that way about Mitch McConnell. Like, he's older than dirt. He needs to go. But they haven't been giving us very many other choices to choose from that would be any better. So, Moscow Mitch. Hey. All right. So, anyway, that is my story for this afternoon about O. Cortez. If anybody's got anything, I'm gonna try to find some cool videos to post up and share that I've been watching. If I can figure out how to share them to my page, that are not mine, just to kind of put up. I'll work on that tonight. Thank God I didn't have a crazy night because of all the snow that happened here. So hopefully I'll have some time to do that this evening. Because again, I gotta cut it short. I'm on my lunch break. So yeah, be well, be blessed, have a great day. Continue to watch what's going on in Washington. Watch these crazy fuckers. I'm watching these crazy bastards. They're getting more and more unhinged by the day. So just be aware. Have yourselves a great day. I'll try to post up some cool shit for you guys later. Have a good day. I'm out.